Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from Skiessentials.com.
And I'm Bob. Happy Friday.
Welcome back to our Top 5 Friday ski industry news videos. We missed last Friday. We were down at Sunapee with our friends from Blizzard testing some really future skis that we can't talk about. But that was a blast. Thanks to Blizzard for including us.
And Sunapee is a cool little mountain.
I agree. I had never skied there. I only mountain biked there.
Yeah. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, you get really cool views of the lake.
Yeah, the views were incredible down there.
Totally. And then since then, we've been really busy. On Monday this week, we did an Enforcer and Anomaly 94 on snow comparison, which was interesting. You know, it was kind of the first time that we took that comparison format and tried it on snow, and I had fun.
Yeah, it was more fun doing it there than in here.
Yeah, I agree.
I think
I don't think you could do that with 25 skis.
No.
Be out there all day.
That would be a challenge. But it was fun to find like really small differences between two very, competitive and comparable skis.
Yeah, I agree. And then Tuesday, Wednesday this week, Bob and I and some of our coworkers were down at Pico. It was the first of the two industry on-snow demos in New England. So that was a great time. Good to reconnect with all of our rep friends and marketing people from different brands and stuff like that. And we actually have like 3.5 complete videos all filmed. The half was kind of funny. I thought I blew my knee out, but I'm fine.
You're up and about now.
I've been skiing a lot since that happened, so feeling good about that. And then yesterday we were with Head testing some new 2026 Head skis, which we'll talk about soon, and that was really, really exciting, and I'd say the skis are quite different.
I would say so too.
Yeah, so that'll be great to talk about when we get there. And then last thing before we get into the news, we are running a Midwinter Sale right now, and it sure feels like midwinter here in Stowe.
Yeah,
snowy, cold.
I had said something about midwinter, and someone was like, no, it's really early winter.
Right now?
Yeah. And
I feel like we're squarely in midwinter.
Yeah, I mean, it was semantics, but, I'm like, well, we're, 2 months into the ski season with 3 to go. Yeah,
to me, midwinter feels like the middle of January through the middle of, mid to late February.
I just think it's all January,
and then
to me is the middle of the winter.
February's got to be some midwinter.
I'm a light at the end of the tunnel guy in February.
You're in late winter at that point?
I'm in spring mode in February.
So I think, whatever. This is not important at all. So anyways, Midwinter Sale happening now. We're doing the free base treatments for 2025 skis and 2025 snowboards again. That does exclude complete packages. So if you're doing skis, boots, bindings, and poles as a package, you can't get the free base treatment for that. And then you'll find a ton of like outlet specials, and they're all kind of tagged with special and the percent or the amount that you're saving.
Yep.
So a lot of good deals out there. You ready for the news?
Yeah, we got news.
Yeah, we got news. So first topic of the week, just an FIS Alpine World Cup recap. And boy, I had a great weekend last weekend watching ski racing.
You were able to watch it?
I watched both women's races.
Good for you.
Yep. So the women were in St. Anton for downhill and Super G. Downhill was first, and Lindsey Vonn came from, I think, bib 32 for downhill. She was like 31, 32 in both races. So came from kind of a later bib to claim a very impressive and very respectable 6th place.
I mean, I think that's impressive.
Extremely impressive. And she looked really good too, and it kind of looked like there was another gear, that she wasn't quite willing to like ski with risk, but to be able to ski without risk and get 6th in a World Cup race is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And then in that same race, Lauren Masuga, I had learned I have been mispronouncing her name for months, so apologies to the Masuga family. She was 9th, and then Breezy Johnson was 11th. And then things got real exciting in Super G, Bob. Kind of starting with Lindsay, she did pick up a 4th place, so just off the podium. But the big story was Lauren Masuga. She absolutely dominated the field and won by 0.68, but basically 0.7 of a second.
Yeah.
and that was her first World Cup win. And she was the first U.S. woman to ever win the St. Anton Super G.
Pretty good.
And she looked noticeably different than anybody else.
It's also funny because leading up to this, we've been saying her name a lot, like from a, she's been improving and getting better, and unfortunately saying it wrong, but we were kind of counting the days until this name appeared at the top.
Yeah, and she is impressive, and also like quite a figure in the finish area, or a character. I think she doesn't have many sponsors, but one of them is Pit Viper.
Yeah.
And she had a bucket hat on and pretty loud Pit Vipers, and like you don't see that from the European.
It's good to have.
I loved it. I mean,
you got to have a colorful kind of character to bring about some enthusiasm.
And there was a lot of American or U.S. flair to her look and attitude, which like
great.
Yeah, you gotta be. I don't know. I thought it was really cool. So yeah, big shout out to Lauren Masuga. And then we did have we had more U.S. women in the points in that Super G. Jacqueline Wiles was 24th and Keely Cashman was 28th. The women also raced a slalom on Tuesday. In that race, Paula Moltzen was 6th and Nina O'Brien was 20th. The men, look at this. Look at all of this for women, and then the men are just down here.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
It's kind of cool. I think the women's ski racing world is really exciting. The men were in Switzerland for slalom and giant slalom. In slalom, Jeff Seymour was 17th, and Ben Ritchie was 21st. Giant slalom, River Radamus was 10th, and Patrick Kenny was 23rd. So, yeah, I got to watch most of it with my wife, which is really fun because she has a ski racing background. And yeah, I had a really good time watching ski racing last weekend.
Nice.
Yep. Moving right along, second topic of the week. I'm sure everybody is aware at this point, but the Ski Patrol strike in Park City is over. They have reached an agreement. I don't think we really need to. I think most people are aware of the agreement. That said, I would say that the headaches kind of continue for Vail. I think there's a little bit of a lasting effect here.
Yeah, it's a tough look.
Yeah. It's and not just a tough look, but like literally a tough situation for a big business to be in.
Yep.
Like, I don't wish this on anybody, including Vail Resorts.
Right.
So Vail will be offering a 50% credit to anyone who purchased a Park City lift ticket from December 27th to January 8th. So not a refund, just a credit towards a new lift ticket.
Yeah.
Which
it's
something at least. Yeah, I feel like a refund would have been. I don't know. That's why I'm glad I'm not making the decisions.
Right, or like people that like buy their Epic Pass specifically for that week,
and they don't get anything. Yeah. I know.
I'm sure they're a little upset.
It's a little bit of a gray area. And then this is particularly interesting. So Vail's stock price fell by 6.56% on January 2nd. And now a New York-based law firm, Pomerantz Firm, is investigating whether or not, quote unquote, Vail Resorts and certain of its officers and or directors have engaged in securities fraud or other unlawful business practices, which, my instinct is no, but
you sure?
My instinct is no, because that would be.
There's a lot of opportunists out there.
It happens in corporate, it happens in that world, but boy, that would be real bad.
Yeah, it's just it's another level to
that would be real
saga.
Bad. So yeah, my instinct and my hope is that the answer is no, but just the fact that they're being investigated is probably not really fun for anybody.
Right, except for that law firm.
It's pretty fun for the Pomerantz firm.
Psyched.
Yeah, they're doing great. Yeah, good point. And then third topic of the week, Bob, I held off on sharing what we did this morning in the intro because it pertains to this. Today's the 17th. So the 15th, January 15th was the embargo date for dual BOA or double BOA or whatever you want to call it, and have a boot with two BOAs on it.
I like full BOA.
Full BOA. Okay. So Wednesday was the embargo date for full BOA. And since then, there's been a lot of talk about it. We've shared a couple videos. We did kind of an initial video from Pico, and then Bob and I got out on the Speed Machine 130 DD dual dial this morning and put together a full on snow review. That was your first time skiing in it, Bob? Yep. I've been skiing in it for about a week now. I was in France with Solomon. I think most people know that now. I got to see a lot of the behind the scenes development of that boot. I got to talk to like all their engineers and techs about making molds and just all that stuff. And the behind the scenes of a boot factory is fascinating. Yeah. There's so many moving pieces from the molds themselves to the type of plastic to the dyes of the plastic to the people that are making the liners. It's pretty cool. And yeah, double BOA is here.
Yeah. And widespread.
Yeah.
It's not like a couple of companies are putting it on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of options.
Yeah.
If you're looking for that thing.
It's going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
And like I would be lying if I said that I think it's all positive.
Right.
Because there are issues. There have been issues for me for my own experience so far, and we got word that there might be some issues with Dalbello upper cuff, the plastic itself. So more to come on that. I literally just got word right
more
before
breaking news.
Breaking, no pun intended, breaking news. And it doesn't sound like it's a problem with the BOA so much as the plastic itself, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself because I could be wrong. But yeah, I wrote down some brands: Solomon, K2, Atomic, Fisher, Head, Nordica, Dalbello. There's more there than not.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, really interesting. Just to share a little bit of my experience so far, it has been more positive than negative. The boots that I have right now are a double BOA Speed Machine with a zip fit in it, and despite the challenges that come along with it, it is the best thing I've ever skied in.
That's pretty high praise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. My takeaway is that if no other boots existed and you gave me a Nordica Speed Machine 130 dual dial, I would be
perfectly
stoked.
Happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally happy.
Yeah. So yeah, this is going to be interesting, and I'm honestly pretty excited to see the development of this technology over the coming years, and really fast forward 5 years from now, what does it look like? I don't really know.
I think the fact that we're part of this evolutionary process is exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I don't think this is a final product. This is a final product.
I agree. And it's a good product, what they're putting out there.
Yeah.
It is not a bad product by any means, but I agree that there will be changes.
Yeah.
Did you see somebody already replied to our video and said that they're going to have longer cables for the lower?
No, I didn't hear that.
Incredible.
That person knows what they're talking about?
They seemed knowledgeable.
All right.
They didn't list their sources, but I don't know.
I'm going to need to see more evidence.
I'll tell them that they need to provide their sources. And then last topic of the week, the Freeride World Tour is underway, literally, right now. It started this morning. Bakira Beret. Bakira Beret?
I don't know.
The UEI is tough for me.
Yeah.
But that is happening. It may have already wrapped up. I have not watched much of it yet. But yeah, looking forward to watching the full recap of that. And then the Junior World Championships happened Monday in Austria. Shout out to Emily. If you watch our videos, you've probably seen Emily before. She moved out west, last year? Year and a half ago? Something like that. So she's not physically here as much as she once was. But she was out there coaching actually a local Northern Vermont athlete, Lindsay Nagel.
No relation?
No, we are not related. Our names are spelled differently, although I am quite good friends with the family because I also coached young Ryan Nagel, who is now an adult, I think. I don't know. Ryan, are you an adult? I think he is. So anyways, awesome to see them out there. And then just the winners here on the women's side. Snowbirds, Hannah Baldwin took the win, which you can understand coming out of Snowbird why you would be good at the Freeride World Tour.
Seems like that's the course.
Pretty ideal training grounds. And then on the men's side, France's Noah Pazerat.
I can't imagine that's correct, but I'm not going to offer a better
It's
solution.
Absolutely not. Peizerat. So congratulations to both of those talented skiers. And then finally here we have our edits of the week. First up, we've got Cody Townsend's latest episode of the 50 Plus. I don't know that I've talked about it, but Cody Townsend was on the trip to France and Switzerland that I was on, and like he is exactly the person that you see in these videos.
A lot of people are.
As soon as he had the opportunity, he was gone.
Yeah.
And he was off touring and exploring stuff. And then we've got Ski the East, Promised Land, Season 5, Episode 5. Those are always fun.
This was a good one. I watched this one.
Yeah, I often recognize the locations and stuff like that and know the turns and everything. Yeah. So they're fun to watch. And then we've got some point of view footage from Max Hitzig. Always incredible to watch, point of view footage from.
This was really good as well. Very scary.
That's what I mean. Looks a lot different when I ski.
Right, and the point of view stuff is funny because I'm like, yeah, go that way, and he doesn't go that way.
He goes the opposite way.
Right, and then I'm like, oh yeah, go that way, or don't go that way, and he goes that way.
Yeah,
yeah, it's very scary.
And then this one's pretty cool. We've got a Freeride movie out of Georgia. And the terrain out there looks
not
really,
the state, the country.
Really cool. No, although it did recently snow in Georgia.
They got
which
snow.
Which would be I can understand why that would be confusing.
Yeah.
But a Freeride movie out of the state of Georgia would not be as exciting.
Someone's got to do it.
Or it would be more exciting.
Yeah.
Who knows? And that's it. That's all I got, Bob. You got anything?
Nope.
Heading into a long weekend.
Yep.
We'll all be here on Monday. Snow is fantastic here in Stowe. Hopefully it is where you live too. I feel like we got pretty good conditions across the country right now.
This is, and I was saying earlier, this is like the weekend where I like to see Stowe fully open, good to go.
Pretty much is.
It is now.
Yeah. So hope everyone is able to get out on snow this weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.